Hey, it's Tom. I'm pretty excited about this new system I got, which is just a 48-inch culvert. I got it. It's 4 feet tall, and it cost me $163, which is a pretty good deal. So shop around if you're going to do this. It worked really well. I didn't get any ash and very little bit of big pieces of wood that didn't get charred all the way through. So this is real promising. Know that the pile in the video that I call all dry and dead and ready to go is what I burned, and I got about 10 inches of char from that. So that's about 50 gallons. So it's a lot of char. The good thing is you don't have to use wood in the double retort. You need wood on the outside that just goes to ash, right? So 100% of your stock gets converted to char, so that's the great thing. It'd be great to harvest the heat, so if you can get clever and run some ducts around it and into a greenhouse or a building, that would be the way to go too. But the hurdle I have is, if you do this for hours and fill up the whole culvert with char, then you're going to have to shovel it out, unless you have something like a backhoe or something, or front end loader to pick the culvert straight up and let all the char spill out, which I'll have available to me next spring. So we'll do that next spring, but until then I think I'll keep it to just a few feet so I can just tip the culvert over and reveal the char in the bottom. All right, real excited about this, and encourage you to try it. So there was a guy clearing all this brush out of some property down the street, so I got him to bring all this stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of it's green, but I got this stuff from another guy who was cutting. Maybe this is dry, we'll see. Anyway, what I've been doing is separating it. This pile is green. I'm going to cover it and let it dry out. And this pile is all dry and dead and ready to go. So, and that's some firewood that I'm just going to burn in the stove. So what I'm doing is a new experiment in a 4-foot diameter culvert. It's 4 feet tall, and I got it loaded with kindling, ready to light. We'll light that and let it burn down, and then start piling this dry stuff in. This is an idea I got from Kelpie Wilson and her design that's called the Ring of Fire. It's a steel, it's just like this. It's a steel cylinder made in 3 parts. Okay, so it's pretty well burned down, and I'm going to start loading stuff in now. So I'm using these loppers to try to cut these down so that it'll lay flat. So I'm trying to cut all the twigs at the forks and all the branches off so they lay flat, because the flatter they are, the more condensed it'll be and the less air that will get down. If its branches are sticking up, then they get a lot of exposure to oxygen. Are going to form ash. So that's what you don't want. And when you're loaded into the conduit here, or the culvert, you see here we got ash coming already. I gotta put more in. When you load it in, try to lay it flat. Well, I went through that pile really fast. I only got like 10 inches of char, and it's time to quench it. I'm going to quench it with the hose and then put the lid on and then seal it with dirt around the lid. So I dropped the lid down in there, and then the space between the lid and the culvert I filled with dirt to prevent any air from getting in. So that little pile didn't make much char, but it's better than the double barrel retort system. Looks like I got probably 50 gallons of char there. Some of the bigger stuff didn't get all the way burned through. It's kind of a good thing, because what do you do if that thing is full of char? You got to shovel it out. It's not like the Ring of Fire where you can take it apart, or the Kontiki where you can tilt it. So maybe I won't do big burns. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you posted.